This is the last in a series of concrete videos for covering how I pour concrete, how we pour it. This one, we're going to deal with foam insulation under the slab and why we do it at different times. Sometimes people, there's going to be a house built on it, so we'll put the foam down. It's typically 2-inch, and it's a high compression strength styrofoam that doesn't compact. That's why, because concrete's quite heavy, as well as the building after you get that on there. So that's why we do it. It's to keep heat and moisture, or keep moisture out, keep heat in by insulating the slab. So that the ground temperature typically is quite cool. It might be 50 degrees or whatever, depending on the time of year. So that works as a great insulator to help keep the house warm. Or shop. Sometimes we've done it for shops where they wanted to heat the shop. It also acts as a good water barrier from keeping moisture coming up through. So I hope you enjoy this. We'll get right at it. All right, this is a big day. Been looking forward to this project we're doing with Al Lumna from Lumna Acres, his wife Gina and daughter Olivia. Been really looking forward to this. I wanted to talk about, we're doing just a slab today. Al has actually done all the work. He's done all the forms, done the rebar, put down the foam. So can you tell me anything about that?
So the foam is called Crete Heat is the brand of it, and to me it looks like a base for building Legos on.
Right.
It has, we call them, they look like little flowers, and that holds the pecs, so you don't have to tie the pecs down or have staples to hold it down. And also it's shiplap, so it just kind of sets over it. I can show you a piece later when we're done pouring. I have an extra piece, but it sits over each other, and it has a plastic membrane, so you don't have to put plastic down. It's its own vapor barrier at the same time. And when we priced it out, it was the same price as the regular 2-inch poly foam.
Right. We've done I think 2 or 3 of those with just a 2-inch foam. They didn't want to go with Radiant for their particular application, but I think this is a great thing to do that. So that's 1/2-inch pecs.
Half-inch pecs.
It's not 3/4.
It's not 3/4. Nope. The Crete Heat. That's what the Crete Heat is for. Is for 1/2-inch.
Oh, okay.
I don't think the 3/4 would fit in there because the 1/2-inch was you had to push it in.
Yeah. How long are your loops?
No more than 300 feet.
Okay, yeah, good.
Yep.
And it runs over to a manifold way over on the other side there. That's kind of a bathroom utility room. There'll be a toilet, shower, and so on. On the front, there'll be an overhead door. I'm not sure where. We'll figure that out. He'll show me. And then after we've got kind of a diagram of where all the windows and so on are going. So we'll build those walls at the shop, and then we'll bring them over and have a building day. Al's going to help. I tried to hire him. He kind of likes doing what he's doing. But anyway, so hang on. Going to have a good time. So we've thickened the perimeter, dug it down a foot wide, about 2 or 3 inches deep, and now we've got our line straight on the forms. And now we're putting foam in here, so we'll cut to go on the inside of that trench, and we'll foam all this as well as plastic for a vapor barrier. So here goes the foam in the trench part. So we're going to set this all up. We'll put we're digging around the perimeter to trench that to make a deeper footing. Then we're going to put 2 inches of foam and rebar today. Then we're pouring tomorrow. Foam going down 2 inches, R10. The idea is to keep the frost from coming up through or cold so that they can have a well insulated house. Okay, we're getting over to where the plumbing, all the plumbing is. That far one on the left is for the kitchen. This is for the shower and the washer, toilet, electrical inlet, stubbed out through. I'm sorry, that's water. Electric is coming in from a different direction. Not sure where the electrician's doing that, so I'm not sure where it goes. But we're getting that down. We'll secure all of that. Those of you who may be familiar with Rex Taekwondo, watch these bad boys. Oh,
Forget about
clean break, forget about it. At Rex Taekwondo. There we go. And we just have one little section to do there. Going to set it up. There'll be insulation under the concrete so that they can heat it. Should be a fun job. Perfect. So now the next thing we'll do is we'll dig a trench around the edge so that there's 2 inches of foam that sets down in. Yeah, there you go. One, two.
Okay, man, cut on that.
You say what?
Mine cutting that side.
You could just blow it, turn it around, blow it.
What's that say?
We have the correct depth dug for the footing around the perimeter. So we're laying down the 2-inch foam. We'll be putting an 1.25 inch spacer so that the rest of the 4x8 sheets will come out and lay flat on that. And we are ready to put blue board down.
Yeah, I know.
Just a few more pieces of foam to put down there. Then we'll cover it all with plastic and rebar. We're also building this down a little over 1 inch, so the concrete will be below the form. We'll pour it up to a piece of strapping that we're running all the way around there to give it the correct elevation. Okay, we are all set up. We've got all the foam down, plastic, rebar picked up off the insulation, so it's ready to go. Looks like 27 yards. It's going to be a pretty big pour. Got to go to you more? So we're setting the styrofoam, the foam, it's not styrofoam, foam board, 2 inches thick, and it's 12 inches down. We'll put a flatbed of foam and then the sheets going out over the entire slab. So the edge of the foam is actually the outside of where the walls will sit. After we strip the forms and the concrete's poured, The walls will come out to here. We're using T111, so this form board gone. The T111 will come down over half an inch or so to really seal that up. So it should be really tight building. Should be well insulated. This is coming out really right on. I love it. So this is about 12 inches out that we'll lay the slab foam, bring it right out to the edge here, and that will give a little thickened perimeter there. Plus, this is almost 8 or 10 inches right here. I didn't measure it. It's going to be a really thickened perimeter, and we'll put an extra row of rebar all the way around. It's going to be super strong. Super strong.
Super strong.
$57 every time I lay a sheet.
Ooh.
Ouch. What more? We can do more. More foam. Need more foam. Want to do that and put this one in the middle? Or does that stagger? Does that work? Two? You guys liking two? Putting me to shame. We are back the next day to finish setting up all the foam. We have concrete coming in about 3 hours. It'd be about 20 yards. We have all the rebar out. They're just going to tie that off. We had put insulation down last week, knowing it was going to turn cold and be snowy. So we'll uncover that, set up the forms, and get ready for concrete. Okay, we've got everything uncovered. All right, concrete truck is on its way. It's probably 27, 26 degrees right now, Fahrenheit. High of today is supposed to be 32 to 34. So we're going to make, after we pour, we're going to make a tent. Just a real, not too flimsy tent, but just something basic so that we can turn heat on inside. These are just a couple of odds and ends things that we've done to concrete, putting stub walls on. Just something I thought I'd share with you. Hope you enjoyed this. Rebar going down. We're putting a bend on the end of each one so it'll come up into the wall that we're going to pour. Just like that, right to a 90. Today's project, we're setting up the forms all the way around the excuse me, all the way around the perimeter to pour an 11¼ inch concrete wall for the wood walls to sit on. So here we go. We had run all of these pieces of rebar we bent them up to come up into the wall, so now we're tying rebar to those. Just like that. These are twist ties. You just bend that around the rebar, you hook them, then you just twist it and it tightens it right up really well. We're blocking out the form here because there's going to be 2 6-foot French doors here to further capitalize on that view. Forms are all set up. We're pouring a 5½ inch thick, 11¼ inch tall wall all the way around, except for door openings. We're waiting on the truck. Should be here any minute. Okay, so we are back. The concrete has set up. You can see we've put rebar pins all the way around, and then we'll put a row of rebar all the way around. But we're going to build up a little curb about 6 inches high, 5½ inches high. What we're going to do is leave the forms on, and we're going to secure these to that, and we'll just go right around, and then we'll pour after we get it all set up. Going to do the entire perimeter first. We'll go all the way around. So I've set this on top of the 2x6 form underneath it. We'll use the forms to keep everything straight on top. So that's creating the outside part. We pre-cut a bunch of these. They're can't remember how long they're. Quite long. It doesn't really matter the length. We're going to just secure those with screws. So I've lined this up with a corner so that we can go that way, and it'll maintain the same size of the slab. So you can see we've got the rebar put in place. We have the inside one. We're putting these across so they maintain 6 inches all the way down through, all the way around. So we should be ready to pour concrete maybe tomorrow or the next day, depending on the weather. So Chad's the concrete truck driver. When you do it like this, you want to make sure that you get the concrete underneath these cross blocks that hold everything together to give us a nice smooth top when we strip the forms. So you can see the pins. We cast those in the concrete and we tied rebar to that. So it's right in the middle, really solid. Okay, it's winding down. We've got this poured all the way around the back. We've done the front. We've got maybe 2 or 3 more bags of Saccharine to mix up. Then this part is done, we let it cure. Okay, forms are almost all stripped. Once we get those done, we'll pull them apart, put them near the trailer, and then we're going to load them on at the end of the day, get them out of here. All right, that wraps up this video on foam insulation under a slab, keeping it insulated, keeping it warm. Hope you enjoyed it. And I'm going to be doing some more videos on building, showing different aspects of building garages that I've done in the past to just show techniques along the way. I think they'll be very informational. Okay, see you later. Have a great day. Hey, leave a comment, subscribe, hit the like button, all that stuff. Thanks. See you later.